Hello, everyone, again. Time to find music. This is episode 173, and the numbers just keep piling up because there's so much music out there to find. And actually, Fred is going to take a bit of a nostalgic turn today. Right, Fred?
Yes, I had just recently saw the American Masters show on PBS on Roberta Flack, and it made me want to go back and listen to her first three early albums. And I've been listening to them lately a lot. In the 70s, a lot of critics, and especially white critics, wrote her off a bit. Because of her top 10 hits. And of course, radio, even today, only plays Killing Me Softly most of the time. And you kind of forget just who she is, that she played differently from other soul singers. And if you listen to her first three albums, she is steeped in African-American music styles. But because she became so popular on AM radio, some critics, like I said, didn't take her as seriously as she should have been taken. Her first album, First Take, came out, and it took 2 years for it to become popular. She didn't make a name for herself until Clint Eastwood included the first time I saw his face in a film, Play Misty for Me.
Oh, yeah.
But this album shows it's a 50th anniversary of this album. It came out in 2020, reissued with a bunch of tracks, new tracks. The album takes off with a rousing version of Compared to What, featuring horn players from Count Basie's band. And she takes on a bluesy tune of Danny Hathaway's Trying Times. And the 12 unreleased songs are a lot of jazz numbers, shows how she was completely in control of her talent, her voice, and her playing. Like Nina Simone, she was classically trained and realized as a Black woman, she would not make it in the classical musical world at the time. So she went into working out her chops in nightclubs in Washington, D.C. And by the time she got in the studio, she was completely formed. She was in complete control of her talent and her style. On the songs that she did over a period of a couple of days, just to do some demos, it has Afro Blue, Frankie and Johnny, the Motown song Ain't No Mountain High, and she also does a soulful version of To Sir with Love. So with these bonus tracks, I would say pick up this 50th anniversary edition. You'll enjoy it quite a lot. And she takes this quiet approach and it expands it on her next album, Chapter 2. She does Jimmy Webb songs, Curtis Mayfield, and the Bee Gees. She takes Buffy St. Marie's Until It's Time for You to Go and doubles the length of the song and makes it just an incredible journey, a incredible luxurious listen. She has a wonderful way of expressing the poetic style of a song. She takes Dylan's Just Like a Woman, and I believe she was the first woman to record this number. She shapes the song like a piece of clay and makes it into her own art. And then she came out with her third album, Quiet Fire. There's a Southern style of Go Up Moses. Her vocals shimmer with power. And there's a great song, Sweet Bitter Love. a 7-minute version of Bridge Over Troubled Water with Chrissy Houston on vocals, background vocals. It comes with 8 bonus tracks also. Her vocals are powerful, and she does a version of To Love Somebody. It features Hugh McCracklin on guitar, Richard T. on organ, Chuck Rainey on bass, and Bernard Purre on drums. They're all jazz musicians who were connected with Atlantic Records, which she was luckily recording for. And it has great soul and gospel approach to the album. It's how she delivers a song and presents it. It's her own unique style, and it's incredible. And like one person said, she shouldn't be judged on the basis of just one song that you hear on the radio. You've got to look at her career, at her albums, and with the bonus cuts, you see just the tremendous talent that she has and the control. She's like Nina Simone. She reinterprets a song in her own style. And with Roberta Flack on Atlantic Records, I often wonder what turn Nina Simone's career would have taken if she had gotten signed to Atlantic Records. But we have 3 great albums in a row from Roberta Flack, and I would definitely dive into them if I were you.
That's great advice. Great advice. There's more than just the hits.
Great section. Great segment, Fred. Good job.
Yeah, like I said, Oasis came up in my algorithm, and I'm going to pursue it even farther now. I mean, she's someone that always appealed, I guess, to the pop side of things, but I didn't know about the jazz side of things. So I definitely want to investigate that. Sounds very promising. Okay, people, that's 173. Dive deep into the music of Roberta Flack. You shall be rewarded. Okay.